So best practices for choosing the right school. So now that we know that rankings may not be the best option or the best way to choose a school, how do we make sure that we are choosing the right school? So there are basically a set of 8 criteria that we want to run through and think about when choosing a school. The first is know what you want to get out of college. You need to know why you are going to college and what you hope to learn or hope to achieve while there and afterwards. Knowing what you are setting up for yourself, both currently and in the future, is important to make sure that you get the best out of your college experience, but also make sure that the college that you do choose is the best for setting you up for that future. Know where you would feel comfortable. I'll talk about these again a little more in detail in a little bit, but you need to know what environment makes you comfortable. What type of education, what type of campus, what type of studies are you hoping to achieve, but also what makes you comfortable in the sense that you're going to be spending 4 years here. You want to make sure that it's the best 4 years that it could possibly be. Find where you want to be in the world. It may be in the US, it may be in Canada, it may be in Europe, but you need to know where you want to be, and you also need to know what type of geography you want to be in. Is it a cold geography, warm, city, rural? I'll talk about this as well in a little bit. If possible, I know it's very difficult when being an international student, but visit all types of campuses. So maybe it's also taking a virtual tour. A lot of colleges and universities have virtual tours that you can take for students who obviously cannot travel to a bunch of universities in the US or in Europe. But make sure to do your best to try and at least visit all types of campuses as possible. And especially if you can't physically visit, definitely visit their social media, their website, and a bunch of other online platforms that they have to help you get a sense of the culture. After you've done that, you want to make a short list of reach, match, and safety schools. I'll talk about what reach, match, and safety schools mean in a little bit, but this short list is going to help you really determine which schools are going to be the best for you. You want to list the pros and cons of each school. What is the best features of a certain university? What are the worst features? What is the best characteristic of this program versus a characteristic of a program in another school. What's really important is you want to contact departments, admissions offices, and current students. I will also touch on this later. The most important actually being current students in my mind. And then you want to narrow down your choices, which is a big order, a tall order, but one that hopefully through a little bit of framework and through a little bit of practice, you will be able to naturally narrow down your choices based on all of the work you've done through pros and cons and through contacting students.